Welcome to Dragonball Speak, a show where we summarize and review every episode of Dragon Ball Z, 3 episodes at a time, and we rate them each on a scale of 1 to 7 stars. I'm one of your hosts, Brandon.
And I'm Wesley.
And this is Dragon Ball Speak, episode
46.
46. I was about to say 36. Episode 46 it is.
Trying to take us back to Namek, but it's not happening.
Yeah, I guess
Namek more like never again.
Up to Piccolo. Elephant in the room first. Do you like Cell's new form?
No.
All right. Up to Piccolo.
Did you hear me laugh whenever I saw it?
Yeah.
I don't like his lips.
Yeah.
And I do not like his voice.
He sounds like Oogie Boogie from
he does.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah. It's weird. And his form's weird, but we'll get there.
His lips are thick. We'll get there.
Yeah. They just I don't like
And
them.
orange, I think.
They're like no, they're like skin color.
Oh.
And it doesn't fit. And I also just don't like him. His face or none of that. I don't like you, Cell.
So the androids are there, you know, Piccolo just fought 17, Cell showed up. The androids don't know Cell, nor do they know his intentions. And Cell says, yes, I sniffed
on the menu.
I sniffed the bouquet. Now it's time to drink.
Which,
what the hell does that mean?
Well, no. You've never.
What does that mean?
It's the forbidden drink. You've never smelled the bouquet and then drank the liquid at the bottom of the vase?
What is this figure of speech?
You've never heard of that.
I know you're messing with me. I almost fell for it, but I know you're I sniffed the bouquet and now it's time to drink.
He apparently goes around and just finds vases with flowers, sniffs, and then drinks the juice at the bottom, otherwise known as flower water.
Cell powers up, and as he's powering up, you see the souls of the people that he's absorbed.
Yeah, he's a soul eater now.
Kind of shrieking and dying in sadness.
I didn't expect it.
At the same time, it was cool. It was a cool artistic touch.
Yeah, he does this big move too afterward, like a blast that kind of makes a crater or a moat around him, and Piccolo's like, and I'm like, why is that impressive to you, Piccolo? You have just cut mountains apart. You've blown up an entire mountain just in training.
It's not the crater. It's he can sense how strong he is.
Well. Quit being a bitch, Piccolo.
Well, he continues to be a bitch because he's so scared silly that Cell walks right past him. And then Cell's like, what, you scared of how strong I am? And he's like, that's not your power. You stole that from innocent people. And then Cell is like, no, I gave them the opportunity to be part of perfection.
He's very full of himself.
Kind of creepy. Tien leaves the island.
Yeah.
Krillin also leaves the island.
Yeah,
but Tien is actually coming to help, and Krillin is...
going to find Bulma?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure what Tien's going to do. Well, we find out later what he does, but in the moment I was like, maybe sit this one out, buddy.
I hate to say it because he's so cool, but it's like, cool, but when's the last time he
has done anything?
He killed a Cyberman? Maybe? Yeah. I don't know that. I don't remember if he killed one or not.
He's moved lava with his bare hands.
He fought Nappa. He died.
He died, yeah.
Yeah, he died.
Cool character, but he doesn't really do anything.
He is so cool, but damn it.
He's like Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts.
He's very buff.
Yeah, giant, long neck.
Easily the thickest neck in all of Dragon Ball.
It is.
His neck is thicker than my torso.
Yeah, I like it though. So he's flying off, and then we've got some really, really sick music. All 3 of these episodes, incredible music throughout. Yes. Brand new songs that we've never heard before, like Bruce Falconer was just on some shit.
Bangers.
Yeah,
bangers.
Loving it. Cell makes his way over to Android 17, and Piccolo's like, 17, chill. He's trying to suck you up. He's trying to eat you. And 17 starts having to dodge the tail. And he's like, oh my God, thank you so much. And we get a nice little Piccolo 17 team up, kind of.
We do, kind of, which is very unexpected.
Yeah, they're talking friendly. He's like, thanks so much.
He said, thanks, Piccolo.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, this is.
Yeah, Piccolo gave old Cell a gnarly kick in the face as he was about to absorb 17.
He did. It was sick. And then Piccolo begins to Well, you know, there's some more stuff going on. We've got 17 and Piccolo talking about what's happening and why he's trying to do this, which we already know. And 18's like, well, shit, what do I do? And 16's like, affirmative.
Yeah, so actually, it's really significant. We finally get like an actual conversation from 16.
Yeah, is that happening here?
This is right where
Okay,
he gives his warning. Yeah.
So he's basically telling 18 to leave, and he's like, he's after you guys. You need to get out of here, so we can't get you. You're not strong enough. You need to go. I will handle this. She doesn't listen, obviously. And then we go back to Piccolo, who's charging up
a big boy.
A big boy. Does it have a name? It didn't stick out to me.
I think it's his I believe it's his ultimate in Fighters.
It was cool.
We actually saw that, which I think was it. I don't remember. I very rarely have actually seen Piccolo gameplay in that game. We saw 16's ultimate, and we saw, I believe, TN's ultimate as well, all in these three episodes. That specific tri-beam, though.
What did 17 do?
Not 17, sorry. 16. Whenever he takes off both of his hands and he shoots into the ground, that's his ult.
Yeah, we'll get there. I'm very impressed with 16 right now.
Yeah, let's get there.
Piccolo charges up this big move. He shoots it at Cell, and everything explodes, and you're like, oh my god, Cell's done for. They're looking around, nowhere to be found, and then what do we see? Like Jesus coming out of the tomb. Cell arises from the water and then walks on water like the tomb, or like Jesus.
Yes.
So what this is an allegory to Jesus Christ. Very similar to Zack Snyder and Superman. Cell here is Toriyama's Jesus, which explains the voice and everything. And he comes out, and then Piccolo's like, "Oh my god, I'm fucked." Like I just gave it my all. Tien's like, "Dude, that was the strongest he's ever done. He can't beat that," and it did nothing to Cell.
Just scaling wise, Piccolo right now is stronger than Vegeta and Goku.
Stronger than that? He's the strongest non-Cell fighter.
He's arguable. Yeah,
we didn't know how strong 16 was. We do find out.
Right.
But like unknown fighter,
like 18 was stronger than Vegeta by a lot.
Yeah.
Now Piccolo is at least as strong as the androids.
Yeah.
Assuming I always assume they're basically the same power. I'm sure.
Yeah.
And now Cell tanks that blast.
Yeah, and 17 is like watching this happen, thinking he's going to fight off Cell, and it's like 17. Piccolo is your match.
Yes.
He's getting his ass kicked. That means you're going to get your ass kicked. You guys literally did the same moves over and over to the same effect.
Yes.
Last episode.
Yes.
17, we got some more coming for you, but not yet. I can't remember what happens. Like the past 3 episodes, these 3 kind of like come together as like a nice little hour-long episode, in my opinion.
This was a perfect little.
Did we already see 17 start to get sucked or no?
No. So this is where Piccolo gets decimated.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, he's gonna suck Piccolo up, and then
he
Cell's like, I've already got you. I don't need to do this. It's not gonna do me any good. So I'm just gonna kill you instead. And he does like a organ incinerator move or something. He like puts his hand on him, a little blast comes through, but then like Piccolo's like starting to like shake and freak out, and then you see his eyes go white and fall back, and he's got like smoke coming out his back. Just got fried. And he falls into the water, and he is dead, presumably. I think he's for me, I do think he's dead. Gohan,
which means no more Dragon Balls.
Yes, I didn't even think about that. Gohan immediately tries to run off and fight, and Goku's like, no, you can't do this. Next episode, it gets a little more abusive than a no, but for now, it stays to a
that's not
no,
canon.
You can't go.
he doesn't do that. That's a little out of character.
Yeah, I was like, oh, is this Vegeta and Trunks or Goku and Gohan? And that's the end of the episode. Piccolo is dead. What are we gonna do? Goku and Gohan are still waiting on this hyperbolic time chamber, which is now called the Pendulum Room.
That was an error. I actually read on the trivia that's an error.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it threw me off. And I gave this episode a 6 out of 7. I had a really good time.
I gave it a 6, dude. I almost gave it a 7.
I did too, but I don't know why I didn't give it a 7, to be honest.
You want to know why I didn't give it a 7?
Why?
Because freaking, I loved it. It literally increased like my heart rate. Like it was a good episode. Every part of it was good. It didn't waste any time, and the animation was good the whole time. I gave it a 6 because I know that there are some 7s coming.
Yeah, well, the next one was a 7 for me.
Really?
Which, spoilers, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, I gave the next one 7. Yeah.
Interesting. Let's talk.
Yeah, that's not why I gave this one a 6 though, because I didn't know a 7 was coming like you might have.
Okay, let's talk Silent Warrior.
Episode 151, Silent Warrior. Spoilers, it's Android 16. So it starts off with Gohan trying to escape again.
Right.
Which makes sense. Gohan and Piccolo were very close. It's basically his dad. And he knows he's dead. Goku just punches the shit out of him right to the ground. This is the thing that is not canon apparently. Which makes sense because
Goku would not do that, man. It's like quote unquote makes sense because he's like, you would have died if you went.
But it's like you could have also just like held him.
Yes.
And like
you did in the last episode.
Yeah, it did throw me off. I said Gohan is now Team Piccolo for life.
That's why if you ever see Goku as a bad dad memes,
it's not true.
It's not true, but it's very like common joke. Like Piccolo is Gohan's real dad type memes.
Yeah, I think Piccolo. I think there's an argument made that Piccolo is a dad for Gohan, but
for sure.
Goku's not a dad.
He's definitely like a father figure / best friend.
Exactly. Yeah.
But anyway,
so
we get a Popo speech.
Yeah. So Gohan's like, I really want to go fight, and Popo basically gives him the old Hamilton 1-2. Dying is easy, young man. Living is harder. And that's what he says. He's like, you're gonna go down there and die, and you might think that's the right thing to do, but right now you need to stay up here and wait, and it's gonna be tough. But you got to stick it out because it's going to be worth it in the end.
The most dialogue Mr. Popo has had since the start of the series combined.
100%. And it's like stuff that like actually matters. Usually
yeah,
he's
it's
like
actual content. Usually
or he's like, just to remind
me.
Yeah.
It's too big.
Yeah, this is like the first time where you're like, oh shit, Popo knows some stuff. Very good. And then, so we shoot back to Cell, and he's basically kind of like villainously monologuing about... Sorry about that. My alarm went off. Villainously monologuing how it's destiny that's brought everyone here. Speaking to 16, 17, 18. You're supposed to be a part of me. I'm supposed to be this perfect being with all the greatest cells of every perfect planet, and which really is only like humans, Nameks, androids, and fucking Saiyans.
Right.
I assume there's no other good aliens out there to suck cells from, or maybe he's got them. But yeah,
and Frieza, right? You missed Frieza?
He's
got Frieza cells.
Yeah, it's Frieza cells. I was thinking of Namek Saga when I said Namek.
Oh. Okay.
Correct me. Cell never got to do this on his original planet, right?
Because
this is the Cell from the other timeline.
Future.
Because our Cell in this timeline it didn't even evolve because he got blasted.
Right. So the Cell in the current timeline was the like infant, and he got blasted. This Cell is from the future who killed Trunks, took his time machine, and came to this time because...
He killed Trunks because he didn't have the androids in his time, right?
Yeah.
So he's here to get the androids from this timeline.
That sounds right.
Yeah, something like that. You know us with our time
travel. This whole time travel thing, I don't even like talking about it. I just accept it and like, all right, let's move on.
Bad guy wants androids.
Yes, got it.
Yeah. So now we've got Cell versus 17. They're going at it. Again, the music is just so good. It's very like Metallica-like, which is kind of new. We've got some double kick going.
He definitely goes like Metallica style in general.
It was very awesome. Again,
from this point.
These 3 episodes might be like my top tier of music so far on the show.
Easily.
Because it's so good.
Easily.
And yeah, they're fighting, and it's not going well because we know 17 is just not strong enough to take on
he's getting demolished.
Yeah, he's not really getting any hits in.
Boom, boom, boom.
Exactly. And then Cell whips out the old tail and does something we haven't seen before, which is he's been doing the old stick and poke lately.
And sock.
And now he's got now that thing opens up, and we got to go inside of it, first person view.
It was disturbing.
Yeah, it's
Cell in these few episodes actually genuinely is creepy.
Yeah.
Like it is successfully pulled off.
Creepy and gross and like weird. Yeah, so we're going through his tail. It's like red. It looks like the mouth of a Demogorgon from Stranger Things or something like that. It's gross and fleshy. But yeah, his like little shot pecker thing that he has now opens up into like a big condom head that he sticks on top of 17, and he's
Such
trying
a
to suck.
sentence that I didn't want to hear in general. Just in every way. Every word you chose sucked. Yikes. Anyway. You could not have picked a worse combination of words.
That really was bad. I love it.
Yes. You're a poet.
Excellent. So he's about to get the sucky on with 17, and 16 out of nowhere. Well, kind of out of nowhere. Comes to the rescue and just clobbers.
Yeah. He does
Cell.
the shoulder touch from Into the Spider-Verse.
Yes. Hey.
Hey. You remember that? But yeah, he puts his hand on his shoulder
Yeah.
and Cell turns his head and then boom, punch in the face. This is
some
after he told 18 that he was going to kill Cell.
I have no idea why, but when you said the shoulder touch from, immediately my head was preparing for us to talk a little bit about The Blind Side. I don't know. I just thought you were going to say from The Blind Side.
All movies to pull from.
Sandra Bullock and the football player Tim McGraw is her husband in that movie. Shout out to Blind Side, yo.
It's a good movie. I've watched that movie probably twice, and I've enjoyed it a lot. One of the times was in high school, and one of the times was
I
in
saw it
high
in
school.
theaters, I think.
Did you really?
Yeah, in the North Carolina theater of all places on family vacation for some reason. It was, anyway, so you were thinking Into the Spider-Verse.
Hey.
Very different from The Blind Side. Yeah, and then he clobbers Cell, and now all of a sudden, we've got, what did I write? I said, okay, we haven't got there yet. So they're fighting, and 16 is like, I'm going to kill you.
Yes.
And I put, this is a twist.
I'm going to kill you affirmatively. I wish that was a quote.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So last episode of our show, I talked about how I don't think 16 is going to get involved because his goal is to kill Goku and only Goku. And now the twist for me is that, he is going to get involved. Now he wants to kill Cell, and he says because this world is great and people are just trying to survive, and Cell's in the way of that. And I don't like Cell. We kind of have this like Terminator-like thing where it's a bad guy, but now he's realizing things are good here and that he was on the wrong side. And so he's kind of flipping. He's still trying to save the androids, but he's now this like lone cowboy figure who's just going to save the world.
So these villains have very, very quickly shifted to, like, they're not so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, even later.
In this context.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially 16.
16, he might as well be a complete good guy. He hasn't done
anything bad, and he is now doing something very good.
Yeah, and that is beating the shit out of Cell.
I like the birds.
Let's see. I wrote, why did Cell's red rocket grow to be so large? I guess that was a note from earlier.
Is that when he ripped the tail off?
Oh, yes, I think so. No, that actually happens
at the end of this fight. It's an even fight. My only knock on this episode is compared to 150 and 152, the animation is not nearly as good because 150 and 152 are god tier.
Well, there's actually some pretty bad shots in 151.
Very, very bad.
There's like 17 on the ground and like Cells in the background looking down on him, and it looks awful.
This was definitely like the team is working on 150 and 152. The interns are working on 151.
It's weird too, because like
animation wise,
I don't know. The episode went hard as fuck for me, but like the animation did not hold up, especially compared to the other two.
But God, it's just, dude, compared to the next episode, like
the next one
looks
real hard,
so good.
Yeah. So we've got so Cell sticks and pokes
in the neck.
16's neck, and you're like, oh my God, 16's just like zonked out or something. Maybe he's faking it. And Cell's talking. He's like, haha, I got you, and your Neuralink, blah blah blah. And then 16 wakes up or stops faking it, grabs the tail, and he's like, har, har. And Cell's like, oh my God. And then 16's like, that's not where my Neuralink is. Grabs the tail, throws him to the ground, just starts clobbering some more. 16's really getting some good hits here. 16's doing work.
He's legitimately
is
like
he in Fighters?
Yeah, he is.
I would
and almost, I would say the majority of his moveset is based on episode 152.
That's incredible.
Yeah, like he's actually like, in this one or two episodes, he gets like some of the best fight scenes in the entire series so far.
Yeah,
this is up there for sure.
Yeah, the next one is where we really get to go hard with him.
Yeah, agreed.
So this we got Cell on the ground, and 16's gonna do what we're all thinking, which is rip off the tail. I even wrote, I just know Cell can grow his tail back. ... 30 seconds later, tail does.
Yeah.
In my head, I was just like, he'll grow it back because he's a reptile thing.
Yeah.
But they actually have like a canon reason for it, which is that he has Piccolo cells. And
Haven't we
Piccolo,
seen this already? Didn't he get an arm ripped off or something when he was fighting Piccolo the first time in the city?
He might have, but I don't think it
for some
mattered
reason I
as
can't
much,
remember.
like because the tail is like what the big problem maker is.
Right.
And yeah, so like he grows his tail back, and it's like it's because he has Piccolo cells, which Piccolo as a Namek is regenerative.
Yes.
And that's where the episode ends.
And he says, "Next time I'll rip off your head."
Yeah. Go for the head next time, or you should have
gone for the head.
I went for the head.
Thor.
Dark World is what that's from.
Yes.
And that's the end of the episode. Cell is back to being.
I like how
himself.
your Chris Hemsworth was. I went for the head. I went for the head.
Just go past it. Don't.
That was like, what was that? Is that Thor?
No, it was bad. Because I could probably do a pretty good Thor, but that was pretty bad.
I don't remember. He does say it like kind of exasperated.
He does, but not. He doesn't say it like an American. I went for the head. I gave this episode a 7 out of 7.
I love that. Tell me why.
Because I didn't have any problems with it, other than the animation. I noticed a few bad shots, and I didn't really. Retrospectively, I can see the animation was not as good, especially compared to 152. But while watching 151, I just saw a few bad shots.
Yeah.
And then other than that, just balls to the wall. We get 16 flipping and being like a badass. Mm-hmm. We've got 17 getting, the Gluck Gluck 3000. Mm-hmm. We've got one of the coolest fights I've seen. Some of the best music I've heard in the show.
Yep.
It's just sick. This is around like a good ass Dragon Ball Z episode. We get lots of story. We get lots of progression in the plot. We get sick ass fight moves.
Yep.
It's a good time.
I give it a 5 out of 7. Now it sounds harsh.
Oh my god, this chunk
sounds
dude.
harsh, but the animation was the biggest drawback for me. Otherwise, it was great. I did notice a significant quality drop in the animation throughout the entire episode. Like even individual shots, even like animated, sequences.
There were some shots that looked like they were pulled and not like remastered for the Blu-ray.
I'm sure.
Like it looked like an old shot from like actually 1990, as opposed to like these nice up-res shots.
I don't know, but just man, like compared to 152, where there's not a single bad shot in the entire episode, and where we get some of the best art that we've seen so far in the freaking series in 150 and in 152. Like it just kind of held it back for me. Other than that, it's good. And again, like the 16 versus Cell being my favorite part of the episode, and like 17, like you kind of do feel that genuine desperation, and 18 is just kind of watching in horror, and like you genuinely want them to get away.
Yeah.
I think that's great, but I think all of that is also in 152, and I think it's better. All of it's better in 152, especially the fight. Like, holy crap, does it ramp up in this episode? So yeah. I give it a 5. It's still, don't get me wrong, loved it. These 3 episodes are probably the best 3 sequential episodes we've watched in a while.
Yeah, I'm liking the way that all these kind of roll together as one. Like,
yeah.
This could be like a little movie.
Yeah, like I said, we're past, I think, most of the BS, man. Like, and from the little Goku we've gotten in these 3 episodes, I've said this probably a few times now, but he's finally like nailed the modern Goku voice at this point. Like when he's talking to Gohan and when he's doing whatever, like it is like he found it finally. Yeah.
Just wish they'd give him something to do. Am I right? Am I right?
Will he do anything in this arc?
No, it doesn't seem that way. It's we've made jokes about it before, but like Goku's the main character, but not really.
He's not really like a lot of the time. It is the other characters doing stuff.
It's a show about his life, but like he's not always the main character of his life, if that makes sense. Like he's the center of the show. He's the Iron Man of Dragon Ball Z.
I mean,
but he's not. He might be the Iron Man, but we're gonna go hang out with Cap for a bit and Thor and stuff. It is.
Goku is the main character, yes, but one could argue that Gohan is the main character.
Yeah,
I can see that. It's. Episode 16, Plight of the Children. Just kidding. Episode 152.
Oh my God, you just threw me because I don't have 152 written down. What is it called?
Okay, 16. Goodbye 17.
Spoilers.
Spoiler. You probably could tell that it was coming.
Yeah.
I feel it coming. So we start off, the music is freaking, oh my God, dude. Yep. As a matter of fact, I will look up the specific track because I already have the episode pulled up.
It's my first note. I said, God, the fucking music.
Me too. That's literally my first note. Not
these
word
3
for word,
episodes went in.
They went in deep. The track is... Oh, there's many. Imperfect Cell Theme, Planet Namek Destruction, Frieza Begs, Piccolo and 17 Talk.
Planet Namek Destruction?
Yeah, he probably just reused it.
It's like a
16 rips off Cell's tail is its own track. Cell transforms as its own track. A couple Ginyu songs. Cell powers up as its own track. Anyway, I just love Falconer. He's awesome. Continuing, yes, the music, of course, excellent. Better art, like, dude, like this is like legit, like top-notch DBZ animation in this episode. Like, I forget, there are different animators for different episodes and stuff. I don't know who the lead is on this or whatever. A lot of people are like into that.
Akira Toriyama.
I loosely follow it. And he doesn't animate, but
debatable.
I freaking like love the art style and the Cell Saga in general.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, like, it's episodes like this, man, where I'm like, God dang, this looks so good. And they're freaking going at it, man. Cell and 16, and it's freaking incredible. There's no like flying through the air, like BS filler fighting. It's like legit. Like 16 gets knocked back. He raises his fist. Cell's running at him as fast as he can. He freaking shoots his fist off.
Yeah, so sick.
And rocket punches freaking Cell in the face.
This is like probably one of the coolest moves I've ever seen in Dragon Ball.
Freaking, he's such a cool character, man.
I had no idea he could do that. Makes a lot of sense because he's an android.
He's the one that's like robot.
Yeah.
Though.
Why he put him in Smash? That's what I'm saying. Let's get 16.
Put all these characters in Smash.
I just love the idea that like the rocket hands. That's just such a cool. Yeah. I've seen it a million times before. Obviously, this is older, so I doubt it's copying other. But like, it's just so cool when someone like launches their own freaking fist and then like punches into the fist. Oh,
it's probably from like. I don't know, like old school Power Rangers or something even. Like, I don't know. Megazord.
True. Yeah, I guess Power Rangers is pretty old.
And he's like, just go. Like, he's yelling at them. Like, what are you, like, why are you just standing here watching?
What are you doing?
Go. Stop watching me. I get performance issues. Cell is evolving, man. Off. It's and he freaking picks up Cell, freaking smashes him down into a hole in the ground, creates the hole. I mean, he's like, Cell is the hole. And then he freaking rips off his own fists and rocket blasts into the hole and destroys the whole island, basically, almost.
So sick. The rocket moves is cool. And he's just literally holding his hands like in his armpits.
Yeah, literally.
He's like, let me just take these off real quick.
And then he reattach. I just love like when after he does the rocket punch and he's like sprinting after him, he catches his own hand and then reattaches it and then beats the shit out of him.
That is hype as hell.
It's like, so hype. Like that's so definitely gonna be the intro.
Yeah, I hope that he continues to rocket punch.
Well, he does a few moments later not look nearly as good as yeah. So Cell, there's a hole behind 17. 17 or 18 are like, we're not going anywhere. Like, you got this guy, like, clearly. And I do admit 16 had the upper hand at this point.
Yeah, but still, like, they got to know the stakes.
Yeah.
But they don't because they're robots.
And Cell slowly rises behind 17, and Tien yells a warning at him, but it's too late, and he freaking sucks and sucks and sucks.
Oh, it's so graphic.
He goes whack, and it gets big and wide, and it is kind of like terrifying.
And then he glucks him up, and he's like going into the tail, and you can like hear him. And I'm like,
they call that I've heard the Samsung Spin Cycle sloppy copy. That's Toriyama himself.
Yeah, that's. I think it's the name of the chapter in the manga, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, well, it doesn't say Samsung because like legal issues.
But yeah, he like sucks him up through his tail, and I thought 16 was gonna like break the tail before he could go all the way down, but no, 17 goes all the way into.
It does make you think that, yeah.
Yeah, and then he I guess like becomes part of 7 or Cell.
It did explain to us like they're not like metal.
Yeah,
they're like
human.
On a cellular level, modified.
And he's got acid, so I imagine it's like a venom of a snake is kind of like breaking down the
shit,
I'm sure, or whatever,
we don't need a freaking scientist to explain it to us.
And so he starts to transform pretty immediately. He's starting to feel the effects. It's very much a weird like
a Pokemon sequence.
Yeah,
like he's glowing.
He's like shaking his like fingers and shit like that, and he's like really feeling it. We're turning around, we're looking at all the characters, everyone's like, oh my god. Tien's like, shit, I'm gonna have to get involved now. It's like, dude, you're not gonna do anything. And
so we thought.
That's true. I am mistaken because we got a nice Tribeam coming up. Yeah, and then Cell transforms into this freaking Gen 7 or 8 Pokemon looking ass dude with big lip. Like, I don't like it. It's like
the no nose combined with the big lips for me.
And I don't like that the lips are like the color of skin. He's green and like orange all over, and now he's got like lips that look like the color of my arm. They're weird shaped lips too. I'm focusing so much on the lips. And then he talks, and you're like, okay, I'm not liking this guy. Which is fine because I'm not supposed to like him. I thought we were gonna get to the cell that I've seen before, the one that we had talked about a few weeks ago, the green dinosaur. And I thought for a second this was it because we were panning like from the he's got like a new crotch thing going on and like all kind of legs. Like he looks like it's the same design, but he's got like new armor on kind of. I don't know how to describe it.
I don't know what you're talking about when you keep saying dinosaur. You've said like 10 times.
The very episode 0, like green dinosaur.
I know.
Now I know it's like a reptile.
I'm wondering what you saw or where you would have seen it.
It's not like an actual.
I know. You're like, but it is interesting to me.
Just in life, probably. You know,
the pursuit of happiness.
It literally could not. It might not be this dude. It might.
I'm thinking.
Not be this character.
Yeah, I'm thinking you just got something. I don't know.
I might have like just. I might be mesmerized. Yeah, because I was like, oh, this is it, but it's like, oh no, this is. So now I'm like, Cell's gonna be. He's gonna look the same mostly with maybe some face changes and stuff and voice changes. Apparently, it went from like a reptile sounding guy to like a.
He went from bug to like semi-human. Basically, it feels
exactly. Yeah. I wrote I did not like his design or his voice.
Nor I.
Yeah, and then so now, take it away because I have a lapse in notes. And
so Cell evolves. It doesn't take too long. While he's like flashing and changing, 16 grabs hold of 18, and they're freaking sprinting like as fast as they can to get away. 16 looks at Tien and is like, "Get out of here! Like this ain't gonna be good. This ain't gonna be pretty." And he's dragging 18. Goku's watching, so to speak, and he notices that something happened with Cell. He knows that Cell probably absorbed an android, and freaking Cell catches up like that. He's in his new form. He's right in front of 16, and 16 freaking pulls back and freaking lands a punch that looks like hard.
Yep.
And it gets tanked, bro. Yeah. Nothing.
It takes it right in the face too.
And that's how you know you are freaking screwed in the Dragon Ball universe. I don't think that has ever happened yet. I think this is the first punch to get tanked. But it's like kind of a trope, in general. In Dragon Ball, here and there, used sparingly. But when that shit happens, like you're screwed.
Yeah, it was sick. Because it was like a big old punch, not like a.
No, it looked like it was not a weak punch.
Yeah, that was a
full power,
a very powerful move. And at this point now, we've got 17 and 18 having some communications. This kind of threw me for a loop.
This is right before that is 16 gets blasted and his head is damaged and he's just not at full power anymore.
Yeah, and he's like a Terminator now.
Yeah,
he's got the part of the brain exposed.
Yeah. Anyway,
we cut to Cell and he's like pleading to 18 to join him, and he uses like a telepathic like 17 kind of thing to speak to her as 17, and he's like, and 17 is supposedly saying, "This is awesome in here. I love it. This is destiny. This is what we were meant to do.
It's nice and warm."
Yeah. Why would Dr. Gero make it so that he needs our cells if we weren't supposed to be doing this? And at first I'm like, oh shit, he's got a good point. I was like falling for it. Because I'm like, why would Dr. Gero make Cell need to absorb these androids? And then 16's like, no, it's not real, it's not fake. And 17's kind of fallen, or 18's kind of fallen for it. But then she eventually is like, no, okay, it's not actually happening. And that's now take it away to our boy Tien.
Yeah, so we're just getting creep vibes from Cell in general. He's like, 18 is threatening to kill herself. She's like, I don't want to be a part of you, and I'll just kill myself. Yeah. And Cell is just like, it would take you too long. Like, by the time you even charge up, I'll be there, like, absorbing you already.
He's like, it'll take you seconds to charge up, and I'll already.
He's like, no matter what you do, like, I'm getting you.
He's inevitable.
It's wait. Hey. Anyway, but Tien says, I am Tien, and he's up in the sky, and he starts yelling, and he's like, I forget what he says specifically right here, but he freaking nails Cell with the beefy tri-beam.
Oh, it's so sick.
And it looks like it hurts.
The shot before when he's charging it up shows it's Cell on the ground, but there's like a shadow of 3 TNs.
Yeah, dude, and it's like spinning around him.
That's when you know shit. Because at first I'm like, okay, What does that mean? What's Tien gonna do? But then that happens. I was like, oh, we on another level right now. I ain't never seen this.
And Goku's yelling. He's like, what the hell is Tien doing? Like, he's literally using so much power right now, he's going to die. Which, if you recall, is how he died fighting Nappa. So he just, some people never learn.
It's all or nothing with
but
him.
He's freaking, like, blasting him and then blasting him and freaking blasting him over and over again with these freaking super strong tri-beams. And I love that it still makes the rectangle hole in the ground, just like an OG Dragon Ball. But it genuinely does seem to be damaging Cell, or at the very least keeping him at bay. And then he freaking yells at the androids like, what are you doing? Like, get out of here. And they start, 18 is like, can you fly? And 16 is like, not affirmative. And they try to fly away. And then Tien is still going when the episode ends.
Yeah.
I freaking love it. Like, he's already hit him with like 10 sacrificial, extremely strong tri-beams.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that Tien might be dying next episode.
I hate when you say it.
He's got, he's doing his best. He's doing some damage, but for as much as he's doing, I don't think it's doing what he would want.
Think about the fact that Goku could not have beat Imperfect Cell. Yeah. Imperfect Cell. Now we're at what you could call semi-perfect Cell. You know, he's got one of the two androids. And Tien is doing damage. He's doing work. Like, that just goes to show, one, he's underrated, and two, this his tri-beam signature move is extremely effing strong.
Yeah. So Cell doesn't need 16, right? I wonder why. No. Why is he not like... Because if I was Cell, I'd be like, okay, I need 16. I don't know what he's doing, but that shit's hype.
He's when he stabbed him in the neck, I took it as him, like, trying to absorb him or something.
Well, it wasn't the right area to do that. He says that's not where my Neuralink is located. Whatever that means.
I think that because his poison, I don't know, that's some BS where like his poison was supposed to disable him or something like that. But to me, 16, as we can see now, is legit made out of metal and like computer parts. Yeah. Because his head is exposed and it's
okay, so
metal.
He wouldn't be able to absorb.
So I don't, in my head, like he wouldn't be able to absorb him.
That makes sense.
But I don't know that that's ever like explicitly said or anything.
Yeah, I dig it.
What'd you give it?
I gave this one a 4 out of 7.
What? Oh, crap, dude. I almost crapped myself.
No, I gave it a 7 out of 7.
I gave it a 7 out of 7, bro.
Yeah, that shit was hype all the way through.
So good. Like, I could rewatch it right now, that episode.
Yeah.
And enjoy it.
Any episode that gives us some good tea and 2 bonus points right there. So
100%.
Really, it's like a theoretical 9 out of 7 because the episode was already perfect. And then we get
the 9-star Dragon Ball?
Spoilers. About?
Spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, what more can we say? It's just like a perfect episode.
Genuinely.
Back to back for me. I mean, I gave 150 a 6 out of 7, but 677, I haven't had something like that in a minute, and that shit hit.
Literally, like, stop listening or watching this. Stop listening to or watching this, and go watch episode 152.
Yep.
English dub, Bruce Falconer tracks.
Yep.
And you will love the next 20 minutes. There's no question about it.
The last 7 I gave was Mystery Revealed, 122.
What was that about? Cell? No, Cell wasn't that far back.
That's the big.
That's the Trunks episode.
That's the big, the big
Trunks episode.
Drop of info.
I'm from the future. That's my daddy.
That's my daddy.
Yeah, I gave that one as 7 out of 7 as well. That may have been my most recent 7. I've had a couple 6s and 5. Oh no. I gave a 7 to A Handy Trick, episode 127.
Really? I gave that one a 4. You have to go back and watch your episode and see what happened.
A lot of the score for me is also like I think to me like animation. I follow so many like animation Twitters and animation YouTubes that like it makes a significant increase or decrease to the score when the animation is good or bad, like great or bad.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, and this was one of my favorite Super Saiyan transformations ever.
Yeah.
Was this was the one where it like zoomed in on all his different muscles and
kicking into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on, we got to go over some theories.
Oh, please. I forgot. So now your whole world's turned upside down compared to your last predictions.
I'm thinking Vegeta and Trunks. I think we're going to have them save the day. I don't think because Goku is going to go into the hyperbolic chamber eventually with Gohan, I presume. But, like, we're way past time. Like, they were being nice giving Vegeta and Trunks a day. And even then, they were against the clock. There's no time to wait for Goku. Like when Vegeta gets out and Trunks gets out, hopefully Goku's like, y'all gotta go, because shit's not going.
Do you think we see Vegeta and Trunks come out in the next 3 episodes?
God, that's my one critique with all of this is like,
there's always got to be something to look forward to, man.
yeah, I know, but like I just want
while cool stuff is happening.
Yeah, I know. I just hate the way they do it. That they're like, they just are so good at like shoving characters away. Like I know. They're just like, it's literally like we put him into a closet.
But if anything, that stands to the show's quality. Like Piccolo is a side character.
Yeah.
16 and the other androids we haven't ever even, they're barely characters. Like we were very recently introduced to them, and Tien is has been shelved for a very long time. But these 3 of our favorite episodes in a long time focus on only those characters, basically.
That's what I was saying with that Goku not being a main character.
Like, that's freaking impressive that a show can basically take away your favorite characters, Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, and Gohan.
And make 3 of the best episodes with a character that hasn't done shit.
It literally has barely spoken. So, like, if anything, that makes it better to me.
No, I agree. Yeah. I'm totally on board with you there. I do. My enjoyment of the show does not depend on Goku and Vegeta and stuff. It's more of just a critique of the, like, I don't care who they put away. It's just more of like that there's always got to be that. But yeah, like you said, it doesn't matter because, back on Earth, we're getting some of the sickest shit.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's definitely like a waiting on Goku is a trope.
Yeah.
Like,
I also just want to see what happens in the thing. Like, is Vegeta coming out? Like, I mean, I don't even know. New Super Saiyan Nintendo Switch or something?
Super Saiyan Ascended?
That's right. Super Saiyan Ascended. We'll find out. I'm excited. I wish that I did not have to go do some stuff after this because I would love to watch more.
I legit would like sit down and record another episode right now.
Yeah, we should have done a double, but
damn, son, we can.
We got a while till a double comes up anyway. Well,
a few more
weeks.
Month.
Yeah. Thank you so much for watching our show.
Most of you aren't subscribed, so please do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Helps a lot. Leave a like. Makes both Wesley and I.
It makes our tail get big.
Oh god, and sharp, and then it goes.
And it opens up.
And it'll just
we want
up.
you inside of us,
inside of our like button,
and our tail.
And find out next time on Dragon Ball Speak.